Okay, before I get this thing started, I just want to let you guys know that tonight's episode of Ruthless was crazy AF. I'm telling y'all, if you have not actually seen the episode, you definitely need to check it out. But I'm hoping that this review will do you guys some justice. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Where we see Zane, she makes her way over to the trailer where Oliver is. She gives him the food that Lacey told her to give to him. Okay, so mind y'all, at this point, y'all, it's getting dark. So I don't know why it took so long for Zane to give that food over to Oliver. But anyway, once Zane goes over to Oliver's trailer and takes him the food, he says to her, I need you to get me a gun. She says, now how am I supposed to get you a gun? I could get caught, I could get in trouble. Basically she's saying that she couldn't get him a gun. He says, well, they keep the guns in the black truck when they take their break. And so at this point, Zane is, she's scared. She doesn't want to do it. But Oliver tells her, suck it up, be a soldier, you know what I mean? Kind of gives her a little pep talk to get her to, to get him a gun. So, with that being said, Zane goes ahead and walks over to the black truck, like Oliver told her, and she looks inside the truck and she sees that there's a gun. There are plenty of guns in there. She takes one of those guns and she sticks it down in her boot. But after that, she is almost caught by Manny, and he literally puts her in a compromising position, you guys. So Manny, played by Joshua Adeyeye. I thought his character was gonna go a little bit different compared to what we actually got tonight, but I just gotta give y'all the disappointing news, y'all. Manny is a freaking rapist. Okay, so he tells Zane, he's talking to her and saying, "Well, let's have sex and let's do it right here." And Zane is like, "No, that's not the Raku way," and um I can't do it. I don't want to get in trouble, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, you guys, Manny took it. He raped Zane. Poor little precious Zane. Nice, quiet, humble Zane. I'm pissed off, y'all. I want to fight. I want to fight him, y'all, because I can't believe that Manny would do this to Zane. She looks like a little girl. So why, why Manny? I don't know what the heck Manny's background is, but the crazy part about it, after he raped her, he just basically pulled his pants back up as if nothing happened. Didn't say nothing. She didn't. She at first she was like, well, let's not do it here. Let's go into the woods. I was thinking that was some time where she could buy her time to get that gun over there to Oliver. But nope. Manny decided he was going to take it right then and there. Okay, so then we get to Elder Mother Marva and the highest. And they're sitting in his trailer and he's going over he loves the kids. The highest loves the kids. Everything he does is for the kids, so on and so forth. But he lets in a little more details as to what happened to him as a child. So the highest goes ahead and says that when he was a little boy, his mom used to be a prostitute. Okay, and he calls the guys, the Johns, he calls them dark walkers. He said that she would put him in the closet in the hotel room while she's having sex with the dark walkers and told him not to move. So if he moved or if he made a sound, he would be beaten by whoever the John is at the time. They would beat him. He said that it got to the point where it was one time where the John decided to have sex with him. Now he calls himself at that time the pure one, which is why he calls the kids the pure one. Okay, so he decided to the John raped him, also beat him. So then he said there was another time where his mother was doing her thing as a prostitute. She had two men in the hotel room with her. She told him once again, no matter what, do not come out of this closet until I come to get you. And he said that he heard a lot of noise between his mom and screaming between his mom and the Johns that were, or as he calls them, dark walkers once again, that were raping her. And after that, he didn't hear any noise anymore. He said that he sat in that closet for about 2 days till he finally decided to get out of the closet. He said that he started smelling a stench in the room. He thought it was himself because he had used the bathroom on himself because he was told not to leave out of that room or leave out of that closet. He said so when he did leave out of the closet, his mother was dead. So basically, whoever those two dark walkers were, those two giants were, he saw that those two guys, whoever they were, they killed his mother. And so can you just imagine as a child being forced to have to see something like that or to hear something like that? So now I'm kind of getting an understanding as to why the highest is so freaking messed up. He further goes on to say to Elder Mother Marva, let's go check on the kids. And that's what they do. They walk over and they go to the trailer where the kids were. Okay. And he basically is saying to Elder Mother Marvel that if when he has to go to the Rockama, then the kids are going to have to go with him. He wants them to hold hands, or they will have to be right there with them. So when he takes that poisonous drink, then they're going to have to eat their applesauce or whatever it is they have to do to make their way to the Rockama. Okay, so then we walk up, or we're at Liz and Herbert. Liz and Herbert are the old couple. If y'all can remember, episodes and almost pretty much in the very beginning, I think it was episode 1, as a matter of fact. We revisited the old couple, Liz and Herbert. Okay, so out of all people, well, of course, it's inevitable because she knew that house and that location. But Tally ends up at that couple's house. Now, mind you, she's sitting outside. She's scared. And they hear a noise. But in the midst of them going to the door to see what the noise was, they make the statement, they wonder if the sheriff is going to bring them their money. Now, mind you, remember, if y'all remember, the sheriff said that he took that couple their money, but the couple is saying that they have not received their money. So, with that being said, Conley is up to something. We keep saying that, there's different speculations that Conley is in with the Raku. I'm starting to slowly but surely believe that Conley is absolutely in with the Raku, okay, or with the Rakadushi, okay, y'all. So anyway, Tally is, like I said, she's at the house. They hear the noise. They talk. They go out to see who it is. Yes, it's Tally. Tally is saying, please just let me in. Just hide me until they leave, because if they catch me, they're gonna kill me. And the couple is like, who's gonna kill you? And she's basically breaking it all the way down, telling them how crooked they are and they're gonna beat her, so on and so forth. And then they say, well, okay, they finally decide to let her into the house, but then they say, we're gonna call Sheriff Conley. Now, like I said, y'all, we've had this conversation a few seconds ago where Sheriff was supposed to take them the money. However, Sheriff never took them their money. Okay. Now, also, so they're having a conversation with Tally, and she's saying you can't trust the sheriff. He's in on it with them, and don't call him, because he's in on it. She said that they take him money and they take him girls. I can't believe sheriff getting it in with the girls from the Rockadish compound. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't surprise me that there is some validity to Tally's story, because once again he's been caught in the lie. He said he was taking their money, and yet he has not taken them their money. So the sheriff indeed is up to something, and Brian, my boy, was absolutely on to something when he felt like the sheriff was a part of what's going on. So anyway, the couple get on the phone. Herbert, to be exact, gets on the phone and he calls the sheriff department. Now he calls the sheriff's department, and and Irene answers the phone. Now, mind you, he's calling there for what somewhat of an emergency. She's asking Herbert, Liz, or Irene is asking Herbert all kind of personal questions, and what's this and what's that, and he's like, I need to speak to the sheriff. Like, pump your brakes, sis. I need you to stop what you're doing and put the sheriff on the phone. So Connie gets to the phone, and that's when Herbert lets him know, I need you to come out to the house. It's an emergency. And so with that being said, now think about this, you guys. Once again, we think Sheriff Conley is supposed to be all good, but if you look at the way he was sitting, he had been sitting there in that spot for a while before he actually got up and even went to the couple's home. So once again, there's so many signs that Conley may not be doing the right thing, y'all. He might be in with the Rakadushi, and that's going to be absolutely disappointing. So Zane makes her way back over to the trailer where Oliver is, and she takes him the gun. Now, mind you, Zane has just been raped by Manny. So she's teary eyed, she's upset, and she's like, she gives him the gun, but she's like, you're gonna have to get me out of here. I need to go with you too. She said, you don't know what I just had to go through to get this gun, and you're gonna have to get me out of here. So Oliver says, if I get out of here and if I get Lacey and Paula, and if we all get out of here, I promise you, I'm gonna get you out of this Rakadushi compound, and we all get the heck off of this Rakadushi compound, okay? So then we see Joan and River in the finance trailer. Now, Joan at this point knows that the lights are supposed to be out in the finance trailer. However, she's doing, doing her little last little minute finance stuff. Um, I don't know why she's still doing the finance stuff because at this point, we absolutely know that Lilo is dead, but she still, like that, she still has to play the role. Okay, so now, like I said, she's doing her finance stuff, and River is in there, and he's telling her you need to go over to um Ruth's trailer and let her know I need those keys. So she's of course Joan is like, I can't go over there in that trailer. Like, I'm not even supposed to be in that trailer. So why would I go over there? You trying to, basically we're gonna end up getting in trouble. You know, if I go over there. And so finally, after some coercing, um, River convinces Joan to at least even give it a try to get the keys from Ruth. And so, she leaves out of the trailer, and basically we pretty much wait to see how Ruth is gonna react once Joan actually goes into her trailer, because the two ladies do not like each other at all. So we'll see what the ladies decide. So then we get back to Tally at the couple's house. At this point, Sheriff Conley has arrived at at the house. He arrived with sirens on and everything. And Clark is sitting outside along with Daikon. But at first, yeah, when he's sitting outside with Daikon, and Daikon says, we're gonna get out of here. You just sit here and you wait. If you see something, um, call me. Let me know what's going on. If you see the girl, call me. So anyway, um, Clark, like I said, he's still sitting out there, and then he calls when the sheriff arrives. He calls and says the sheriff is here, so on and so forth. Daikon is like, oh really? Like, Daikon is not even scared that the sheriff is at the house. So once again, another hint that Sheriff Conley is up to no good. So anyway, you guys, Clark is there, and the Sheriff Conley goes into the couple's home, and they at this point, first they're actually standing outside talking about the girl. He said that the girl wouldn't give them a name, but she's inside the house. So when the couple and Sheriff Conley go back inside the house, when they go back inside of the house, Tally is not there. Talia is not there. So Sheriff Conley and the couple are talking, and the sheriff is, making all kind of excuses, saying that they are. They tell them that they tell the sheriff about the allegations that are made against him in regards to him having sex and taking money from the Rakadushi. And sheriff he says they're taught to say that so that they will be afraid and not trust anyone. But sheriff, like, too many signs, too many signs. So at this point, anything Sheriff Conley says to me, I'm not believing it, okay? But anyway, so Sheriff Conley, he leaves the house of the couple. Oh, not before telling them, oh, check your belongings, make sure that she didn't steal anything. And we know Tally didn't steal anything. Tally just, she definitely didn't trust the sheriff after all the things that she heard about him. So anyway, Tally is running out, and she's running into the woods, and she literally runs right into Clark. God dog it. I thought my girl was gonna get away scot free, but she did. So anyway, Tally and Tally is trying her best to convince Clark, please, Clark, just let me go. Just act like you didn't see me. Just out. And then she even offered him sex. Like, she literally was like trying to coerce him to have sex with her. But he was like, no, no, you a deserter. I don't trust you. And she said, well, I'm gonna die. And he's, I don't care. You know what I mean? He's like, he's in survival mode. You gotta remember, Clark is in survival mode because he was told that if he didn't bring anybody back to that Rakadushi compound, that he was going to be in the punishment trailer along with Oliver. So at the end of the day, Clark is trying to do whatever he has to do to save face with Daikon. But anyway, he and Tally get into a little bit of a tussle, and thank goodness my girl Tally picked up a stick and she hit Clark over the head. My girl is resilient. Too bad her story is gonna end at some point, but she fought like heck to get away from him. So once she hit him over the head with a stick, then she grabbed his ATV and took off. She took off. So we don't know where Tally's next stop is, but we do know that she has an ATV. Okay, guys. So Joan makes her way over to Ruth's trailer. After some odd and end type of dialogue. Basically, they're talking in code. Basically saying, what you doing over here? Oh, I just came to see if you needed anything. That's what Joan says to Ruth. And Ruth is like, girl, basically get your ass out my trailer. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm not playing with you. Just go ahead and leave. And so, Ruth gets up. She escorts Joan to the door of her trailer, but not without giving Joan those keys. Will all those keys work? Will all those keys be useful? We're gonna have to wait and see. So anyway, Joan gets the keys, and Melinda asks Ruth, "Well, what was that about?" And she says to Ruth, "Oh, she was just playing mind games. She knows that I miss Tally, so she just wanted to, play mind games." And that was her way of getting, basically getting Melinda out of that Kool-Aid. Okay, anything to hush her up before she had any try to get any ammo to take to anybody. So she gets the keys, and then Joan makes her way back to the finance trailer, or not even at the finance trailer. She's like, they're standing outside on some corner of some trailer, her and River. So she gives River the keys, and he's expecting Ruth. I mean, he's expecting Joan to go inside the finance trailer with him. However, Joan is like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not going in there. He was like, okay, well, you can at least let me in. And Joan was like, well, you got a key. Like, you got the master key. So I'm pretty sure that whatever keys you have, at least one of them will open up the finance trailer. So in fact, it does happen. River goes over to the finance trailer. He goes in alone. He uses the key. He uses one of the keys that's on that key ring set, and he goes in. The mistake that he made, and I'm gonna tell y'all at the end, y'all. But he goes in. He opens up that safe, or he's trying to open up the safe. He's trying every key that he has to open up the safe. Now, Daikon returns to the Rakadushi compound. He walks and he literally pulls up right in front of the finance building. Out of all the buildings he could pull up in front of, the finance building was the building that he could pull up in front of. Okay, so he sees the light on, which, like I said earlier, you guys, we know that that light should be off based on what Jones says. So why he turned the light on, I don't know, y'all. But anyway, Daikon walks in the trailer. He's walking and he's quietly walking so that whoever is in there won't know that he's walking in there, behind him. And so with that being said, fast forward to 3 seconds later, Daikon is on top of River, standing in front of River and asking him, "What are you doing?" And that's it. That was the end of the episode, y'all. That was the end of the episode. River has gotten caught, but the question is, and we know that River is super smart, but how will River get out of this situation? How will River get out of this situation, you guys? Someone said that River could actually just say or threaten Daikon to say that he'll tell the highest that he's having sex with Ruth. Now, will that work or will that cause him to get hit again? Hit by Daikon, that is. So that's pretty much it, you guys. That's it. That's all. That's all we had for tonight. It was crazy. It was a real roller coaster, but it was absolutely worth watching. All right. Well, like I said, that's it, you guys. Thank you guys for jumping in and taking a listen to this review recap. Thank you guys for being subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome. And that's about it, you guys. It's about to be New Year's Eve. We got one more day to New Year's Eve, you guys. It's going to be 2022. So with that being said, if I don't get to talk to you guys over the weekend, I want to wish you all a Happy New Year, a Feliz Navidad, any other language that you want to say it in. I want to wish you that, okay? You guys have a great end of 2021, and I will see you guys in 2022. Stay moving.